Here with Jamestown Jammers starting pitcher Chris Vallimont. Great to have you back here for 2017. Hopefully you're happy to be back too.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah. Last year you were with the team, and the game that is just emblazoned in my mind, we were in Victor, and you came back after having an ankle problem, and you just threw an amazing 9-inning game. It was just really impressive stuff, and I always remember that. What was that like? Talk about last season. You had that time off because of the ankle. Started some early and then came back at the end. What was the season like for you?
I mean, it was good because it was nice to meet everybody, nice to come in and like meet the team. I didn't stay here on campus, but I had a host family, so I didn't get to get as close to everybody as I would like. But towards the end of the season, once I came back after the injury, I felt like I was like a part of the team, and I was very close with the team.
Yeah, it was some good stuff for you. The how did that help you then when you went back to Mercyhurst and this season at the Hurst?
I just incorporated everything I took from that last start, trying to build on that in the fall, and then just carry that over until the spring this year. So.
And how many games did you start this year at Mercyhurst?
I think I had 11 starts this year.
And overall, you ended up with what record?
8-1.
8-1. Excellent, excellent stuff. I'm sure your coach was happy with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he remark anything like, I can tell you learned some things at Jamestown?
He said a little bit. He noticed that, like, I got my body right, got my body better than when I was there in the spring of when I was there the spring of my freshman year into this year.
Talk about that. That's something that's very important to a pitcher. You have to regenerate after each start. Talk about the process, keeping yourself up and going throughout the course of a year.
For me, I like to work out in between starts. I like to run, swim. I like to do a lot of swimming. And it's not necessarily getting bigger, it's just maintaining muscle rather than trying to
bulk up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get bulked up and that can really get in the way of pitching.
Yeah, you want to be mobile as a pitcher and be able to move and have flexibility, so you don't want to be too big.
Yeah,
obviously.
For sure. One of the most important things I've always felt for pitchers, and you're a very tall man, so that comes into play, is the fact that your legs are so important when it comes to pitching. Talk about that role that plays for you when you're out there on the mound.
I mean, you don't notice if you have your legs or not, but you can tell, like you won't notice a different feeling in your legs, but you'll have more juice on your fastball, more break in your off speed, and more more movement overall.
Very important part of it. We talked about your season at Mercyhurst, and we're getting to you late in the season here. Started out at the Cape Cod League, but then you came back here, and we're glad you did. Talk about your experience up there in the Cape Cod League.
It was fun. I mean, it was short, but it was fun while it lasted. I learned a lot of things while I was up there, actually, even though it was such a short time. But it was a great experience, and I'd love to go back.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you came here, too. So far this season, a little bit of a different look to the team, but there's this core group of guys here. I think that's part of the reason why the team has been so successful this year, is that we had that core group, and you're certainly a part of that. Talk about that, because to be a team, you need to get to know everybody around you, and talk about how important it is then to have those acquaintances.
It's nice to have returners, especially ones like Conley, Skyler in center field, O'Donnell at shortstop, and Ben at first. I mean, it's great to have those positions be leaders and have them returning.
No doubt. And was there any particular goals that you set as far as your summer baseball and getting you set up for the fall then?
I tried to work a lot on control. It hasn't been going so well this year, but control and velocity is a big part of this summer.
All right, very good. One thing that I've tried to get a lot of the guys to talk about is I know how important it is to have your parents' support as you're a student athlete and what they can do for you. Talk about your folks.
I mean, it's great that I'm only 40 minutes away from home, so they can make it to every game that I'm playing in, and others. I mean, they're awesome. They try to come to every game. Like at Mercyhurst, they're at every single game, whether I'm pitching or not.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's nice to have parents that are always there for you.
One last thing we'll cover is youth baseball. Talk about when you got started and maybe up through high school, if you went to any championships or anything.
I started when I was probably about 4 years old with T-ball, and then I just moved up through. I moved to Virginia actually, and baseball there was very competitive when I was about 8 to 10. I moved there for 2 years, so it was very competitive, and I think that really helped me coming back to Erie.
Yeah.
Because I got that like competitive nature, like stuff like that. I mean, it was a good experience.
Yeah. Did you make it to any high school championship series at all?
My freshman year of high school, we won our district championship, and then we got the title stripped from us for, we had alumni come and pitch to us in practice, and they took the title from us. And then my senior year, we also won the district championship and then lost in the first round of the state playoffs.
All of that stuff helps to get you ready for this, and
Yeah.
it's good to have you back, and continued success as we finish out the season.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.